Hi there, you're watching One Thing Real Quick. This is an interview series with single question interviews. My name is Evan MacDonald, and today my guest is Seth Lucas. He is half of the creative company Hello There. He runs it in tandem with his wife, Maddie, and they live in Indianapolis. They started their business as a card company making really awesome little printed cards made with a GoCo printer, and they got featured by Martha Stewart Living and continued to grow. Started doing posters, other stuff, pins, patches, really cool stuff for people who love the outdoors. And everything they do is awesome. Seth is also a great friend of mine. And so, Seth, I have a question for you. My question is, how do you balance the creative work, the right-brained work of creating awesome products while managing the left brain tasks of running a business? How do you balance those two?
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the thing like we deal with as creatives. Like we just want to work on the creative, fun side of things, and we're always wanting to push business away. But what I found is that if I incorporate more of the business side of things into my creative side, then usually I end up having more control and feeling better about the thing I'm doing at the end of the day.
Give me an example of that. What do you mean by that?
So when I'm working on a project, if I'm feeling that like sort of sense of dread, like I don't want to keep working on this. This isn't like what I should be doing. I'm going to hire this out to someone else. Which sometimes you need to do, but there's always going to be something you need to do. Usually, what I find is that just means I'm not excited about the project I'm working on. So, like you mentioned, that we used to do greeting cards, and there was like a point in the business when that was going really well, and then eventually it just started not being the thing I wanted to do anymore. I couldn't come up with any
Nice.
more ideas. I ran out of ways to say happy birthday. Um,
How many ways are there?
I had two. I went from like happy birthday, and then I had one that just said birthdays.
Oh, great.
So that was probably a good sign that I was getting kind of tired of doing it. And so we had, we had some stuff that was successful, and it was in stores, some pretty big retailers. But really, I wasn't thrilled about it. I didn't want to keep working on it, and it was slowing me down. It was stopping me from working on stuff that I actually wanted to make, stuff that I liked making. And so Maddie and I just decided to just drop that whole category from our shop. And that opened up a lot of things for me to work on and be more passionate about. And so I try to do that as I'm working on new projects. If I'm getting that sense of like, I don't want to keep doing this, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to start over, start on something fresh so that you do feel passionate and that you can control your product.
I didn't know you guys had killed your greeting card
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about
world.
that. Oh, what's a good example? But yeah, probably. I can't. I mean, we had it. We kind of like got rid of most of them, and then we kept like a couple of them because like we anthropology was carrying one of our cards, and that was one reason I was like, well, we got to keep doing this. Like
Yeah.
anthropology. So, but yeah, I just didn't like it. I
Yeah.
didn't like coming up with ideas. And so for me, I'd rather like draw something, and like that can translate really easy to a sticker or a patch, like an illustration.
Yeah.
But when I tried to incorporate like illustration into cards, it just didn't work out great.
Yeah. That makes sense. Well, it's I think just from a content standpoint, this idea that you started your business in this very specific thing, and in
Yeah,
order to keep the passion alive, you killed it off. I think that's
yeah,
fascinating.
yeah. Um, yeah, it's always like scary to do. It's like, well, what are we gonna rely on next?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's always good to have like a plan and not just like throw yourself into it without having any idea of what you're gonna do next. But yeah, it's been going well so far. We've had a lot more stores picking up our products, and I'm able to make a lot more new stuff on the regular, which is
Nice.
good. Yeah.
So it sounds like what you're saying is to be passionate about the creative work you're doing, and that gives you the fuel to carry out the more mundane tasks that are associated with running a business.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it's always nice to like have a little bit of left brain and right brain working together. It's refreshing. It keeps your creative side sharp. Uh, yeah, and I think that's worked for me.
Awesome. Well, Seth, thank you for answering my question today. Where can people buy Hello There swag, products, all that good stuff you guys are making?
You can buy it from us, allothere.com. Uncommon Goods is a company that we sell our prints through. You can maybe check out your local store, see if we've got anything in there that might be fun to check out too. Our Instagram, Allothere Outdoors, that's a great way to stay up on new products.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks again, and we'll hopefully see you around.
All right. Thanks, Evan.